proudly presents the John F. Kennedy Center Mark Twain Prize. Celebrating the humor of Jonathan Winters. With Steve Allen, Richard Belzer, Sid Caesar, Mark Curry, Bonnie Hunt, Eugene Levy, Lyle Lovett, Robin Williams, and Robert Wolf. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Richard Belzer.
That was so nice. Can we do it again? No, just kidding. Thank you, my lovely wife. The Mark Twain Prize honoring Jonathan Winters. Mark Twain said, there are three types of people: commonplace men, remarkable men, and lunatics. Jonathan, you're batting 2 out of 3. You have always done it your way. As a matter of fact, Lucille Ball once told Jonathan his problem was that he wasn't flexible enough for Hollywood's superegos. You never learned to bend, Lucy said. And Jonathan replied, Miss Ball, everybody bends. I never bent over. Ouch. Jonathan was part of a big change in American comedy. In those early days in Chicago, comedy was everywhere. Jonathan was working at Mr. Kelly's. Shelley Berman was performing a few blocks away. Mort Saul was usually in town. Bob Newhart was nearby doing his telephone bits. And Lenny Bruce would be at the Hotel Maryland. Jonathan used to go over to see Lenny. Then, halfway through some bit, Jonathan would actually have the balls to heckle Lenny Bruce. That's comedy courage, ladies and gentlemen. He would call out, hey, Mr. Bruce, does your mother let you say those nasty Jewish words about colored people? Sometimes it took Jonathan 3 or 4 different characters before Lenny caught on that the dimwit in the back was really Jonathan. Man, I would love to have been an ice cube in somebody's drink that night. Jonathan's strange characters were drawn from everyday life. Marty Frickert, Whip Willis, Elwood P. Suggins, they all opened the door for the next generation. Wayne and Garth, Ed Grimley, Rosanna Dana, Ace Ventura. Somehow they are all Jonathan's children. For damn sure there wouldn't have been a church lady without Marty Frickert. The pure genius of Jonathan Winters is he always gets the characters right, and he can do them all at once. Behold the master.
I did a thing that a lot of us probably would like to do. Maybe few of us don't. I don't know. I'll just have to ask you. Did you ever undress in front of a dog? I'll tell you. You think about that for a minute. I don't know. People, you know, it's funny. A bird somehow doesn't count, right? Or a cat. But a dog, they really stare. I just come out of the shower, and here was my dog just... You know they can't talk, right? It's the way they look at you, that... And they wagged her little tail and went out and told her friends.
Robert Wolf, Mark Curry, and Robin Williams. Still to come on the Mark Twain Prize. Please welcome Robert Wolf.
The most misused phrase in the English language is sense of humor. Everyone thinks they've got a sense of humor, correct? Everyone here, I'm sure, thinks they have a sense of humor. Well, let me clue you into something. You don't. You don't. What most people have is an appreciation of humor. But sense of humor, no, not in the sense that you can taste humor, you can feel it, you can smell it, you can touch it. Very, very few people are blessed with that. And so, with that in mind, here is my personal starting lineup for the American Sense of Humor Millennium All-Stars. Leading off, batting first. Who else? Mark Twain. Mark Twain, the man who made us laugh at Tom Sawyer attending his own funeral, who made us chuckle at Huckleberry Finn rafting down the Mississippi with the slave Jim. Batting second, last year's recipient, Richard Pryor, a man who once said, "F*** Mark Twain." Batting third, a platoon. Carol Lombard from the blonde side, Myrna Loy from the brunette. The smartest, sexiest, funniest women I ever saw. And if you don't know who they are, do yourself a favor and find out. Batting fourth, the Three Stooges. Or, as they're now known, Buchanan, Trump, and Beatty. Batting fifth, Sammy Sosa. Not funny, but I got to score some runs. I mean, Twain's funny, but he can't hit. Batting sixth, Will Rogers, the most beloved humorist of the first half of the century and a man who never met Chris Matthews. Batting seventh, this is tough, it's a toss-up. W.C. Fields or Jackie Gleason? One could drink, the other could drink. Fields or Gleason, Gleason or Fields, okay, Cary Grant. Batting eighth. Now, I gotta stop here because a phenomenon has happened. Over the first 7 people I've named, I don't know if you're aware of this, but there's been no Jews. You cannot have a roster of funny without Jews. Jews know funny. It's in the Bible. You can look it up. Shecky 3:16. Jews know funny. But who do you take? Which one do you take? Woody Allen, Gracie Allen, Jack Benny, George Burns, Groucho Marx, Nat Hiken, Mike Nichols, Elaine May, Neil Simon, Larry Gelbart, Mel Brooks, Billy Wilder, George Kaufman. Yeah, pick a Jew, any Jew. So to make this easier, I'm picking them all. Batting eighth, Jews. And finally, batting ninth and pitching, the man who we honor tonight, a man who allowed us to appreciate his sense of humor, Jonathan Winters.
Mark Curry, Lyle Lovett, and Eugene Levy, all coming up on the Mark Twain Prime.
Good, good. Jonathan Winters, this is your day. This is your evening. How do you feel? Do you feel great?
I feel pretty good.
Thank you. Thank you. You know what? You deserve all this. Let me tell you the first time I saw you, and I'm going to tell you the first time I met you. First time I saw you, we were on a plane. We took like a 6 a.m. flight. You know, you take the early morning flight. We're going from Los Angeles to New York. You were on the plane, sleep, mouth open, I said, look at Jonathan Winters. And I remember because the flight attendant woke you up. You was like, and I hate when they do that. I understand. Why do they wake you up? Early in the morning, they wake you up. Do you want some peanuts this morning? Think about it. How many people really want peanuts? How many times do you ever wake up in the morning and say, you know what, baby? This be a nice day for some dry, dusty-ass peanuts. That's what I want. No. And they were messing with you because you didn't put your seatbelt on. Again, I was look at Jonathan Winters. And I understand about that. Put the seatbelt on for what? If you go down, you ain't going to make it. Who you know ever survived a plane crash because they had the seatbelt on? Nobody. And even if you did survive it, you so messed up for the rest of your life, you're going to wish you had put the, died. You go over to somebody's house, want some peanuts? You know. I do this. I don't know if you do this, Jonathan. I drink before I fly. I don't even drink, but before I get on that plane, I get drunk. I figure if the plane go down, I want my mama to hear me screaming on the black box. You know what I mean? Mama, I love you! Them ain't my kids! Anyway. Second time I met you, Mr. Winters, was we were at a little restaurant near the Warner Brothers studio in Studio City. And I'd never met you before, and I walked up to you. I said, how you doing, Mr. Winters? And you talked to me for 6 hours. Straight up. Told me he did about 100 characters, people. I'm serious. He was like, damn, he talked about the Mexicans in L.A., the black people in L.A., the Chinese people. And I understand where you get all those characters from, because we talked about it backstage. Every race in L.A. has a little problem. Mexicans mad because we blamed El Nino on them, but that's cold. Worst storm in the history, we blamed it on Mexicans. Man, why? We don't even know El Nino. Why you blame that on us, Holmes? How could a baby do all that anyway, I said? Black people, we mad because we never had no hurricane named after us. You have never heard, Hurricane Takisha has just hit the coast. Ladies and gentlemen. But you know, if it was a black hurricane, you know they would blame stuff on us. Well, it was a lot of wind and nothing got broke or anything, but my bike is gone. You talked about Chinese people, I remember. Chinese people in L.A., they control the industry of manicure and, pedicure. They own that industry. And you know they talk about you when you come in. You know they talk, come on in, big black man, come on in. I hope you're not writing check, come on in. We should charge you extra, big foot. So you know what, Mr. Winters, it was a pleasure to meet you. It was always a pleasure to meet you. You were a big influence in my life for the simple fact that when I walked up to you, you didn't know who in the hell I was, and you gave me love, and you talked to me, and that made me feel good. And when they asked me to come here, I said, boom, I'm here. I'm here. And it's all because of you, bro. But anyway, part of Jonathan Winters' genius is that anything in his hands is comic art, no matter what it is, no matter what you're doing in your hands is comic art, even a commercial. The proof is I never change channels when Mr. Winters is on. Check this just commercial out right here.
I say, why are you beating a defenseless trash can? I'm mad. First I forgot the dang twist tie, and then the bottom fell out of everything.
Pity. Use Hefty trash can liners, now even stronger. They've been approved by the National Sanitation Foundation. And Hefty puts a twist tie on the bag.
You've done me a favor, strange person.
Not at all. With Hefty, we men in garbage are always at your disposal.
Elwood P. Suggins here for California Fresh Eggs. Almost any way you can imagine, eggs is really good. The freshest thing we got here on the farm is eggs. I think eggs 24 hours a day. I just love them almost any way you can prepare them. Listen, eat a lot of eggs. This is a real chicken. And look how disciplined it is. See? Chicken walk.
California Fresh Eggs. They're good. Really good.
Stay with us for Eugene Levy, Bonnie Hunt, Sid Caesar, plus Robin Williams.
Welcome to Flat Point High, where teachers ask challenging questions and challenged students have questionable answers.
What is your favorite food?
Crepe Suzette.
Jerry?
Meatballs.
It's a new season of Strangers with Candy, the After Hours After School special, premiering Monday, January 17th at 10 on Comedy Central.
November, that could mean golf scotch fried bologna sandwiches. So pick up that threesome and poker sex, sweaty sex now. Call 3624-36. That's 3624-36.
The X Show, next on FX.
Welcome back to the Mark Twain Prize and Bonnie Hunt.
Hi, Jonathan. I didn't know you knew the Queen. Very exciting.
I am the Queen.
That's right. I set him up and you hit him out, just like the old days. I'll tell you, watching that clip on The Tonight Show reminds me so vividly of being a young girl in our house. I had 6 brothers and sisters, and my dad sometimes was working 2 and 3 jobs to make ends meet. But when Jonathan Winters was on The Tonight Show, it was an event in our home. And I used to truly see my dad laugh and forget all of his problems and have a great time. And it was a form of communication in our house. And Jonathan, you were a big part of it. And that's absolutely true. And you know, Jonathan has done so many characters, but there's probably none better known than the sweet old biddy with the rest home physique and the sorority house libido, Maudie Frickert.
Tonight we are particularly proud to present a woman of true achievement. Her name has recently rocketed to fame because of her controversial best-selling book, Sex and the Senile Girl. Won't you say hello to Helen Gurley Frickert? Are you married?
I was married to Pops Frickert, the most wonderful man in the world. Head seems to go on there once in a while. He was a Spanish dancer in a massage parlor.
May I ask, Maudie?
Ah, you say it just like the mister used to. He's gone now. Bulldog bit him. Say, listen. What are you doing Saturday night?
Pardon me?
Saturday night, what are you doing? The reason I ask is we're having a party out at the home where I was committed. What we're gonna do is put on brown and white corrective shoes and stumble around a lot. It's an old inn. Little gas. Runs all over, little pocket.
Please welcome Eugene Levy.
Thank you very much. Well, I have no idea really where to start tonight because no matter what I say, it just ain't going to be enough. I'm going to announce this right off the top. Jonathan Winters is a god to me, a comic icon. Part of Jonathan's greatness is his ability to be a whole cast of characters. It doesn't stop at the characters. When he puts you in a scene, you get the whole soundtrack. I remember as a kid thinking his sound effects were the most amazing part of what he did. And then I grew up and I understood that they just set the stage for his people. Here's a wonderful early clip from the Jack Parr Show, circa 1964.
Jamie, I want you to see my new laboratory. Please, come. Well, I'm awfully tired. Please, now. Yes, of course. Serve the laboratory. I told you about this project. I want you to look under that sheet and see what I've been working on.
Well,
Look! I hope I didn't see what I saw. A little man, 6 inches long. Face, hair, those tiny feet. Speaks. How many of these little men do you have, Doctor? Over 18,000. I've got them all there in that file cabinet. Tomorrow at 12 minutes past the hour of 12, I shall release them to the world. I've changed my mind. I'm going to release them tonight. Those little men, where are they going? What are they looking for? They're looking for little women.
Please welcome Mr. Steve Allen.
Thank you. We'll get right to business. When I hosted The Tonight Show, we used to take the program on the road quite a lot. We went to Chicago, Niagara Falls, all kinds of places. And the first guest that we would automatically book was Jonathan. And it wasn't just because we knew that we could count on him for 10 or 15 funny minutes. It was really purely selfish, because Jonathan would entertain us. Good luck to the audience, but we were interested in laughing it up ourselves. And we looked upon him as our toy. And I mean that in kind of a poetic sense. We got such a kick out of him that to make ourselves have fun, we would book him and he would take care of us, morning, noon, and night. Anyway, right now I'd like to ask another compulsive and original funny man to join me on stage here. He is also a longtime friend of Jonathan's and of all of us. Welcome, please, the king of television comedy, Mr. Sid Caesar. I know that you are in touch with Jonathan's admirers all over the planet, and what is the opinion of him among his French fans at the moment, to the extent that you know?
Bonsoir, mesdames et messieurs. Est-ce qu'ils vous ont entendu les lycéens? Bonsoir, monsieur Benitez. Non, pas les femmes du monde infernal. Jonathan Benitez. Est-ce qu'ils vous ont entendu les femmes de tout pour d'autres très mis au vent? Très formidable, très formidable. Le sort ne pas par les cordes.
They really felt that, did they?
Oh oui. Oh, yeah. Je l'entendis ça. Voltaire, sur soi des pantalons, 20 centimes de Jonathan, oh, mais ma propriété sans propriété. Je l'en suivais la part de son nom de médaille. Je l'en suivais pas mon éclat, Victor Hugo. Madame Curie va nous donner ce qu'on va prendre pour descendre. Il se fait que je trompe la toute petite.
But as regards the people in Italy, they take a sort of a traditional view of his comedy, don't they?
Buonasera, signore e signorine. Ma cosa faccio più che malacchiase? Non ti sapilo non zelara, non sputare del carrozze. In sulla che piazza, tu mille la malacchiata. Giunto su che lato, zingiti per la camarota. Leonardo da Vinci. Sono volto di Jonathan Winters con la pupola che mi ha dato Enrico Fermi, non sono nemmeno a cavallo. La cosa la piosa non c'è la casa. E ci veniamo a dire Marconi. Marconi. Johnny, you're the best.
Thank you, sir.
Lyle Lovett and Robin Williams coming up on the Mark Twain Prize. Please welcome Lyle Lovett.
I said I don't like hippies, and I don't like cornbread, and I don't like much. I said I don't like hippies, and I don't like cornbread, and I don't like much. But that's okay. Cause fat babies have no pride, and fat babies have no pride, and fat babies have no pride, and that's okay. Who needs pride? Well, I like you, cause you like me, and you don't like much. I said I like you, cause you like me, and you don't like much. And that's okay. Cause fat babies have no pride, and fat babies have no pride, and fat babies have no pride, and that's okay. Who needs pride? Fat babies make me sick, fat babies make me ill. All that fat baby drooling and that fat baby smell. Said I don't like hippies, and I don't like cornbread, and I don't like much. But I like you, cause you like me, and you don't like much. And that's okay. Cause fat babies have no pride, and fat babies have no pride, and fat babies have no pride. And that's okay. Well, who needs pride anyway? Thank you very much. If ever there were two people who swam in the same gene pool, it would be Jonathan Winters and Robin Williams. Casting Robin as the proud papa of the full-grown and obviously older Jonathan was twisted logic, but surreal television in the greatest episodes of Mork and Mindy.
Here's the name. Here's the name. You combine Mork, Mindy, and Earth equals mirth.
Mirth. Mirth McConnell. Well, it is unusual. But then, so is he.
There you go, little Daddy.
Have one.
No, you have to bite off the tip first.
Choke on that. Look over there. That mirth. Look.
What kidnapper?
He hasn't eaten since he arrived. What do you think he eats?
I don't know, man. He's got all of his teeth. Maybe a little beef jerky.
Oh, no, I think he'd rather eat my comforter.
No, Min. I think he wants the flowers in the comforter, not the comforter itself.
Are you sure?
I know my own son. No, comitere. No, not tinera. Here we go. Look. Hare Krishna, Hare Lama, Hare Krishna. No. Let's hope there are no bees on there.
Robin Williams and Jonathan Winters reunited next. Wayne Pride.
I'm so happy to present a great artist. Please welcome Robin Williams.
Thank you. Before I bring out the cast of Riverdance and Michael Jackson, thank you, Mr. Winters. I first met Mr. Winters. I was doing a production of Camelot with Gary Coleman. And I met this incredible, immense man there. What an incredible moment this is. Right now would be the moment in the Academy Awards where they'd have tap dancers doing a tribute to Saving Private Ryan, so I'll do that for you right now. Jonathan, for you. Things are going well. A lot of people from Hollywood are here. What did you bring? You brought a tiny puppet? Funny hat. A funny hat? No, this is an African condom. These are always the times in the nature special when you... Okay, kids, come on, let's go. This is... Did you walk in with this? You want to step over here, sir, for the cavity search? No, I'm a fan of Jonathan's, don't you understand? No. No, kind of a Marlon Perkins thing that... Yeah, the male of the species would like to nail the female as much as Mutual of Omaha would like to nail you with high policy. When I was 8 years old, I saw my father laughing at an extraordinary man. Bonnie said the same thing, but this was very difficult because my father was rather stern, to say the least, and seeing him laugh was like seeing Buddha bust a move. And I was watching Jonathan on the old Tonight Show with Jack Parr, and I saw Jonathan playing a great white hunter who was kind of delicate, and he said, Jack Parr said, what do you hunt? He said, I mainly hunt little squirrels. And Jack Parr said, what do you aim for? I usually aim for their little nuts. At that point, I saw my father drop and I went, I like this man. I gotta do what he does. And then I saw him do a great thing, which was a wagon master, the first time leading the wagon train. All right, everybody, come on. Everybody behind me, come on, we're gonna head west. We're gonna head west. All right, come on. Oh, okay. Hey, easy, easy, come on. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, damn it, God damn, come on. That's good, all right. It kind of stayed with me, as you see. Jonathan did Mork and Mindy, which was a lovely thing because we used to run out of film. The guys would be just shooting. They have 3 cameras, and they'd be dropping like machine gun crews. I'm out! Doing hour riffs. He did an amazing one that I remember, which was an entire English war movie. And I came up and said, oh, Daddy, I've been kicked out of Sandhurst for wearing a dress. He said, never say dress, dear boy, say gown. It's so much nicer. One time he parked in a handicapped parking space, and a woman came and said, you're not handicapped. And he said, madam, can you see inside my mind? That is why I propose to you something very simple. I propose that a lot of people are running for office. I say we put John in the ring. I tell it right now. Yeah. I say we take the chance. Come on now, he's a patriot, he's done things. He's conservative. I've read Pat Buchanan's book. I enjoyed it more in the original German, but come on. I think, okay. He's out there, he's not afraid. My God, look at the money you'll save. Not only will he be president, he'll be the entire cabinet. He isn't just every man, he literally is every man. And every woman, anything you want, it's all there. He could do it, I swear. The man is ready to run for office. Do you not see the potential? I know you do. Yes. He is there, he is taking the chance, and I want to bring him out right now. Put their spirit together for the man who made this evening possible. The man who is more than that. The man who I know is Uncle John. Jonathan Winters!
Wow, I tell you, it took a lot of my money to have you do that. Every cent I had. But boy, it was worth it. I've played some pretty good sized pads in my career. I don't think I've ever played anything this size. And this high, the chandeliers. My wife said, could we get one? And I said I wouldn't want to press that on the people. They're there for a reason, and we live in a trailer. I've been to Washington several times, and I wouldn't want to be president. I wouldn't want to be certainly vice president. I don't want to be second anymore. I'd like to be Secretary of Treasury. At least you get to look at the money, you know. I'm a product of Ohio, and I go back from time to time. Most of my people, as they're called, are dead. And we have kind of a miniature Washington. We have instead of a full horse with a general on it, it's a Shetland pony. With just a little guy kind of like this, you know. Died in the orphanage. I remember I went back, maybe 15 years ago. This is back to, I was born in Dayton, grew up in Springfield, Ohio, a small, comparatively small town. And I went out to see a guy where we used to fish, and I had a couple of buddies with me. So I said, let's go out and see Wally Breckton. Wally was a big guy, about 6'2", and clear out to here. Never saw his shoes. But had a bait house. And in the house, if I were a scenic decorator or something, I couldn't have done a better job. He had a guy in a Cincinnati red uniform dressed as Christ. And he said they needed more Christians at second base. And so I walked in and I said, Wally, gee, I haven't seen you for a long time. And I guess you went in the war about the same time I did.
Yeah, I did. I was in the Navy for a full 4 years.
And of course, he had a big mouth, a mail pouch, and doing a lot of that. And you know, a dog doesn't like that. A dog, At any rate, I said, what's happening? Are you married? Oh, yeah, I'm married. Remember Jeannie Kosher? Kosher lived out there on Stillman Avenue. I married her. She was second to homecoming queen. She's a damn pig now. She's well over 300 pounds, clear out the hair. Just sits up on the fridge and sucks on quarters and watches Young and Restless. We got 6 kids between the 2 of us. We had some fun. Then it ended. See, that's something else. Did you marry a woman from around here? I married a woman from Dayton. Now, let me ask you this. What do you do? Where do you live? I live out in California. A lot of communists out there and queers. Saw one downtown. He's always been queer. Let me ask you this. Well, I haven't seen you since '43. What do you do now? And I said, why, I'm in television. And there was a beat. He looked at me and the 2 guys I was with, and he said, you know, Mary Beth's got a Zenith. I wonder if you'd take a look at it.
More of Jonathan Winters when we return.
All the people that suited up and came, Robin coming all the way from the West Coast, and other people coming from all over, my gosh, and all of you coming out tonight. It's been a fabulous night, truly, for all of us, and I hope for all of you, I hope to come back. I always enjoy seeing the Washington Memorial, and to know that it'll finally be finished after. I wonder what Washington would think. Good God, Martha, look. Pick it up and throw it. At any rate, thank you all. Please.
Up next, watch The Daily Show with Jon Stewart, where more Americans get their news than any other nationality.